Good afternoon, noontime movement snackers. How are you today? Hopefully you're feeling good and ready for a movement snack. And remember, for each and every movement snack we do, the 8 a.m, the 12 noon and the 4 p.m, you can pick what's right for you. It doesn't really matter if you don't do all of it, just do a little tiny bit, just do the seated options or just do the standing options. It doesn't matter as long as it's the right call for you and your body today. That's what we're all about here. Success in doing stuff rather than any over challenging. But sometimes we have to challenge, of course, if we are to maximise and get the most out of what we want to do. So I'll leave you on that with something to think about. Take what you want from all of these movement snacks. Somewhere in your day, you will find some of these moves as well. So it's up to you. I'll leave it with you. Take your pick. I'll see you when we get started in a few minutes. If you want to fast forward the rest of it and you're on catch up. But just for now, I will wait for my company of lives to come along, to start a bit of chatter and to bring some sunshine to this afternoon. It's not too bad out there, talking of bringing sunshine to the afternoon. It's not too bad out there today. It's a typical autumnal day, which I do love. Right, Ken's arrived. Hello, Ken. Great to have you on this noontime. Mrs. P's just arrived as well. Hello, Chris. What's it doing down there in Dufferin today? What's it doing up there in East Lothian today, Ken? I love a little bit of Scotland. I really enjoyed our stay when we went up there, and I did a bit of work up there in the summer. Must go back, and I must visit Orkney again as well. Ever since I did that job in Orkney, I've come back and I've scrolled Rightmove a few times. I actually did it again the other day. I'd quite like an island, if anyone wants to come with me. How about that island then, Mrs. P? You can make the Welsh call and I'll grow some veggies and see to the chickens and stuff. How's about it? Shall we get a movement snack ferry to take us all over there? Do we want it here? Do we want it in the Caribbean somewhere? Let me think. Right, it's showery again when you are there, Chris. Get your tea towels. I'm actually in a different location than I thought I was going to be for this noontime snack. So I'm got my work t-shirt on. I'll just cover up the logo on. There we go. Or I'll have to stand like this all the way through. Hello, Carol. What have you got going there? It's pouring down in Gateshead. Gale force winds forecast for later. Oh, no, we don't want none of that. We don't want wind, do we? Hi, Dawn. Great to have you on the live. Let me just do a time check. It's coming up for 12 noon. We've got perhaps 1 minute left to go. Sandra's got a tea towel on the ready. Good to hear. You're pumped up. Have you been pumped, or are you just feeling pumped? Or both? You're ready for your movement snack. So is this your kind of cool down and recovery, extra little bit of activity to what you've been up to today? You must be one of the fittest movement snackers I know, that's for sure. Gloria's in. Hello, Gloria. Great to have you on live. It's windy where you are, down south, not far from the coast, are you? We're pretty much landlocked around here. Both. Thanks, Sandra. I thought as much. Right, we're on our last 20 seconds or so. I've got an old-fashioned proper alarm clock ticking away in the background. So I have got a suitable timepiece to tell me what to do today. Let me just give you a little look at my scribbles there. We've got a pumpkin pickup coming up, an ankle strengthener, and a Conker skills preparation, grippage and snapping type movement. Right, Margaret's in as well. Hello, you. She's saying hello, all of you. Midday movies. And I'm saying 3, 2, 1 to all of you midday movers out there. It's time to get going. You're with me, Kelsey Leverton from Later Life Training. And this is your noontime, 12 noon movement snack. Middle of the day, the best bit of the day, or well, one of the best bits, on Tuesday the 5th of October 2021. Now we've got the date stamp. Let's get going. So wherever you are in the room or in the space that you've chosen to be in, see what external support you've got available. I've got the top of a sofa that's probably just a tiny bit low for me, but I can make it work if I need it. And I've got the wall to the side of me as well. See what you've got. You might have other options, but make sure that option is a sturdy option. Same as in the chair, a sturdy option for your chair. And if you are all the way back at the moment, let's lift and lengthen, and let's take a little bit of hip walking to travel forwards in the seat, lifting and shifting. Now, if you want to with the hip walking, just go back and forwards 2 or 3 times there. If you're in standing, stand up tall, feet just a hip distance apart. And we're going to begin with some foot pedals. Now, these are not too fast and rapid. Just a steady movement, anything short and choppy, and we might not be getting through our ankle range as much as we can. So nice steady pace there, just with a bit of focus on your posture. These can be brought into a leg march, so have a go at that when you like. And also they can be reversed back to foot pedals as you like as well. So take your pick, regardless to what I'm doing, you could of course be doing something slightly different. But as long as it's moving and it's rhythmical, let's just stop my chair from rattling on the radiator. It's rhythmical, steady paced and continuous. It doesn't matter what it is. Should feel comfortable level of effort as well. Sitting tall, the knees are coming up, so just be aware if your posture's going down and just try and re-sit it up again. If you'd like to bring one arm into an arm swing, or you can have both arms into your arm swing, it's entirely up to you. The only thing to be aware of, I guess, is if you are in standing and you've let go of your support and you feel wobbly. If you feel wobbly, unsteady, and you've lost a little bit of your coordination, then just strip it back down, maybe just have the one arm in, maybe just keep the legs going. And as something for your upper body, you could stop and give the legs a rest, give the hips a rest if you're in seated, and just take your arms through some of these arm swings all on their own, but with of course lots of good focus around upper body, arms, shoulders, back, chest area, shoulder joint, and all the muscles around it. There we go, last 30 seconds or so of circ boost, and we'll call it a day. Until circ boost at 4, of course. Steady yourself down, settle the feet. Hip distance is a good starting point here, and any wider increases the base of the support and can help you feel more steady on your feet. If in seated your body needs a bit of a posture slump, take one, but then sit up or stand up tall afterwards. Right, I need a drink. Okay, so our first move is the pumpkin pickup. I've just said about taking and having the feet out wide. And if you think about a big pumpkin that might have been in the supermarket or even grown and cultivated in your garden, you might need to get down quite far to get hold of it. Here in seated, it's all about the movement from your hips with wide position of your feet. So we did widen the legs yesterday when we did our inner thigh stretch. If that helps to just prepare your legs for the wideness, then have a little stretch. But otherwise, lift up tall, you can take just one hand if you like in between, other hand to support you, and just take your shoulders forwards. See if you can reach down towards the ground. See if you can touch the ground. If you can, that's great. Come back up. If you're not quite there, or you're a little bit unsure about going any much further, then go to your limit and then recover. Make sure your feet are grounded and flat as they're into the floor. This is your balance base from your tilting forwards. In standing then, feel free to have something in front of you that you can hold on to. Take your feet out nice and wide, probably wider than shoulder width or shoulder width minimum. And we're going to bend through the knees a few times just to prepare our legs. So as you bend through the knees, sit your bottom back. You can see that chair behind me, and it looks like I'm just about to perch onto the seat. See if you can bend the knees a little bit lower. Your heels, everyone, should be planted. Try and bend through the knees equally so that both legs are working just as much as the other. When you've done a few of those, to kind of prepare your knee joints, your muscles in your thighs and bottom, you can, if you would like, keep one hand onto your support, bend the knees, then lean a little bit further down before stacking everything back up and standing tall. So especially if you need to hold on to something to support your balance, but if you feel like you don't need to hold on to external support, you could just have your hand resting on one thigh as you reach down, or depending on how you feel further than that, we can have both hands reaching down as well. Now the depth of your knee bend, the depth and range of your knee bends is up to you. And that can be decided not by you, but by your knees or your hips. So find your limit there, have a go, use your support your upper body with your hands on thighs if needs be, or see how you feel leaning forwards and bending down with both hands in front of you, like you would often need both hands to bring it into a lift and carry position from there. And there we have your pumpkin pickup, preparing for those huge pumpkins that you'll have to retrieve from wherever you're getting them from. Right, we've got an ankle strengthener coming up. So these we will do seated. And I'm just going to move my chair. I've got a little bandana here to clamp between my knees. You can of course choose a small cushion, a scatter cushion, if you've got a jumper or something that's just lying by the side of you. Then something a little bit bigger than this might feel easier to place between your knees. Move your feet a little bit further forwards to start with. Then close the knees into one another. And then have a look down at your feet and turn your toes inwards. So this is creating a little bit of a diamond shape. Knees stay together, and we're going to try and brush the feet along the floor. You'll see your little toes, that edge of your foot lifting, and then lift all of your foot up. Feel that around the ankle. This is a great move. We've not done it for a while. Toes and feet go back down, and then sweep the feet in. So we've got this toes in, pigeon toes position, and then we can include a lift there as well. Hold that to 2, 3, 4 seconds on the lift and hold, and then have a go back into that sweeping motion. As you lift your toes in any which direction, whether it's out to the side or into the centre, you should feel some muscular work around the inside and the outside of your ankle and feet. And if they're starting to feel a bit tired, then that's good. That means that this is working quite thoroughly through your muscles. If you feel really tight on movement there, bring your feet just that little bit further forwards. If the feet are tucked back, then it will really close down the amount of movement you can get out of your ankles there. Ankle strengthening, especially in the outwards and inwards way, stabilises the ankle, helps strengthen around the sides of the feet and the ankle as well. Something that our Willow needs, because she twisted her ankle yesterday and ended up off school today because she can't walk on it. Hence why these are inspired today. Right, our final move can be done in seated. I'm going to get my pirate little bandana here that I've pinched off my work colleague. And we're going to do some Conker, what have I called it? Conker skills preparation. I'm going to come in a bit closer, even closer. Budge up, everyone. All right, so this is focusing on some snappy wrist movements, our grip, our fingers, our wrists and forearms will feel this work. So take a good grip and then just give your, whatever it is that you've got in your hands, a bit of a snapping action. Change sides, so you've got different variations and different movements to coordinate your hands through as well. So I've got an underhand and an overhand grip at the moment. You can take that to the side. It feels slightly different. And I'm now going to have a go at my Conker Flick. So pull it back towards you, pull it forwards there, and then you've got your aim and flick. So a bit of elbow movement in there, a bit of flick, faster wrist movements there. Okay, so if you're right-handed, you've probably chose your best Conker Flicking wrist action first. Let's have a go at the other hand. So have a little pull if you like first, before you let it flick out of your hand. And I know that you're going to go out, do those wide position pickups for some conkers now, yes? All right, I'm going to do a couple more. I quite like this. I might do some conker picker-upper in later myself. Okay, there we have a couple of autumnal type moves there. You might have felt a little bit of that on your front of your arm as well as you were going through those wrist flicky moves and grippage moves. That's us done. Well, Dawn, if you used to love conkers, love them once again. Go collect some, bake some, and then, do you know what? The next time we have a meeting and we all come down for LLT, we could have a conker fight. I challenge you to a conker fight when we next see each other. All right, same to all of you. Collect some conkers, go be that little kid again and have some fun. And kick some leaves whilst you're at it. But make sure there's no dog poo in there. Have a lovely afternoon, whatever you're up to now. I think I'll be seeing you at 4. Days got rather busy recently. So I'll see you a little bit later on. Have a lovely afternoon in the autumnal, whatever it is that the weather's brought to your area. See you later.